I wasn't planning on going on an adventure today. Now that I am, here's what we're gonna do. Central Park is big, I've said that. It's so big, you could really actually kind of divide it up into sections. I would say 3 or 4 sections. There's definitely a northern section, and then there's the Reservoir, which could be its own section, and then there's the upper middle and then the lower part of Central Park. You could put the upper middle and the Reservoir together. It depends on how you want to think about it, you know. Today though, I'm gonna go explore the northern part of it. When you see all the pictures of stuff from Central Park, typically that's from the southern section of Central Park. That's where all the tourist stuff is, and that's right by 59th Street, so it's near the other tourist things in the city, near Midtown. So that's what you see most of. But the northern part of Central Park is just as beautiful. So I'm gonna go walk around there today. You can see the northern part of Central Park. If you see the green over here, that's all Central Park. So the northern part is what's up there. Let's go check it out. So like I said, I wasn't planning on going out today, but then I remembered that my building had said that they were gonna have the water shut off all day today for the annual water tank cleaning. So I decided probably better to get out of the house and go do something rather than sit at home and not be able to use the water. So we'll go explore. First though, I'm gonna stop and grab a sandwich from one of my favorite delis to take with me for lunch. And I'll have lunch in the park. Sandwich acquired. Now we'll head over to 5th Avenue and into the park. Made it over to 5th Avenue. On the park side of the street, they've torn out the sidewalk in little chunks. They're replacing a little bit at a time, putting down new brick. It was a little rough before, but it'll be pretty nice when it's done. But right now we're walking in the street, basically. I'm working through the crud, you know, the seasonal crud. So if I sound like that, that's why. So yeah, they got the water shut off in our building all day, so I figured it'd be best to get out. You know what's really funny is when I started doing this whole thing, it was never my intention to have so much focus be on like the bathroom, but that's quickly become a common theme, and that works. Today's bathroom issue though is I'm leaving the house so that I can use the bathroom if I need to during the day. So that's a twist. So when you're talking about the northern part of Central Park, there's an entrance here just above 97th. I'm not gonna go in that entrance though. I'm gonna keep heading up. Show you something historically significant. On the way along 5th Avenue, you come across the Museum of the City of New York. And if you are a Gossip Girl fan, you might recognize it because I'm pretty sure that they use this as the school courtyard. I'm gonna have to move to talk to you about this because they're cutting down crabapple trees behind me, but this is the Vanderbilt Gate. I'll tell you about it in just a second. It's a little bit quieter over here. So when they tore down the Vanderbilt mansion, that's pretty much all that is left of it. They gave that to the city and the city put it there, right at the entrance to the Conservatory Garden. And it's closed because of the crabapple stuff. So I'm gonna have to find another way in. Just walk around. Seems like this whole series is gonna end up containing a certain amount of reality because the reality is sometimes you go places and they're closed. The gate was closed, but the Conservatory Garden is not. But this is definitely adding to the noise factor in New York. This garden is typically a more peaceful place. I'm gonna walk over to the side that's currently not under renovation. Maybe that will be a little quieter. There are a lot of people in here today. Last time I came, I was by myself. That's all right. It's still beautiful. sound of nature being felled. They're cutting down trees. It's too loud to talk in there, so I came outside. What's crazy to me walking through the conservatory, and there are all those buildings that, you know, they've been there for a century or more. So you can imagine men and women walking through there in suits and hats and long dresses, and it's just weird. It's cool history. The map tells me that this is the Harlem Meer, and I know enough to know that mere means lake or something like that, which explains the water. Now I'm up at the northeast corner of Central Park. See what I can find. Bathrooms. I don't even get that, but now I know they're here. I just passed by what looked like a fishing class, and the Conservation Service is here to watch them. Up at the northern part of Central Park, the area outside of that is Harlem. This is called the Blockhouse. I don't really want to go up there right now. There are a couple guys up there, but it looks interesting. It's old. It's just a strange experience walking through up here. At times it feels like I shouldn't be in here. And then at times it feels totally normal. See some interesting people and then see some totally regular people. Yeah, just keep going. I can see a mounted police patrol ahead of me. Makes me feel a little better. This is nice. The top of the hill, it opened up into what's called the Great Hill. It's a hill. It's got a tree. The other thing it has is more bathrooms. I'm still good though. Thanks for asking. Just walked by a couple people who were just walking and talking about their day. And after I passed them, they said, "Hey, that guy's filming." Yep. That's right. The map just calls this the pool. It's nice. This is called the Glenspan Arch. It's nice. When I got over here, there were all sorts of people standing around taking selfies. Stupid people taking selfies. I'm gonna walk through the arch, but they're taking a portrait up there, so I'm gonna be in the picture. Let's go check this out. Seems old. Pretty cool though. There's water running all alongside. It goes through the arch as well. A very pleasant part of the park. There are lots of waterfalls and overlooks and plenty of places for you to fall off the rocks into the water. It's good. There's a nice place to sit over there, but there's a guy sitting there reading peacefully, so I figured I'd leave him alone. One of the cool things about Central Park is it's full of all these trails that just wind through the woods. And you can spend hours and hours in the park and never see the same place twice. But it also means that I've got to keep checking the map because I have no idea where I'm going. I know where I want to go, but all the trails kind of look the same and they all head in the same direction, in different directions at the same time. So I got to figure out where I am. Thanks, Googs. This arch is kind of cool. Seems kind of low, but kind of cool. According to the map, this is the Springbanks Arch. Oh, look at this. What a fun little arch. There's a playground right back there that we come to a lot. The kids really like it. It's a good one. What I had no idea was, because I had never walked 10 feet this way, is that just over the hill behind it is the pool that I was just by. It's all coming together now. It's a pretty cool playground. The kids really like it, particularly the water features. They're nice. I'm not gonna film it though. There are lots of kids on it right now. Creepy. So now I'm over on the west side of the park. I'm gonna keep moving south here. At some point I'll stop and eat, I guess. For anyone who's under the impression that Manhattan is flat, you're wrong. You can actually get kind of winded with all the steps and hills around here. There are only a few places where car traffic can actually get through the park. Is one of them. And they don't actually go through the park, they kind of go under the park. It's nice. It's what keeps the park that kind of car-free feeling. A lot of schools bring kids to the park as well, so you often see school groups walking around in lines. There's one right there. There's another playground. This one's also nice. Once I started thinking about eating, I didn't really see a place that I really wanted to eat. But I think I found one up on a rock here. It's kind of in the shade. My sandwich exploded. It's all right. It should be okay. The plan was to only eat half of it anyway. They're pretty big. It's lunch tomorrow too, you know? It's nice though, huh? And now I kind of need to pee. Fortunately, I know where a bathroom is. Let's go find it. There are all these crosswalks to get across the bike paths for pedestrians. But the bikes don't always stop at the red lights. So you gotta kind of watch. Hey look, a men's room. This time I will partake. That was an interesting bathroom, very old school urinals. I'm not gonna show you the insides of bathrooms. There is an Instagram account I follow, Got2Go NYC, that's the number 2. She explores the bathrooms of New York. It's pretty funny and informative. We're just leaving here by the tennis courts. And on this side, the reservoir is right up there. I came up to walk around the reservoir for a little bit. Problem is you're only supposed to go one way just to keep people from hitting each other. Although here's someone running the wrong way, so I guess I won't feel too bad about walking back. Anyway, beautiful views. I just climbed back through some bushes to get a shot, and as I did, I remembered my poison ivy, which has finally gotten better, by the way. But there were a lot of vines there. Hopefully I didn't get more. This is nice, huh? There are lots of people going the other way. I'll be okay. I'm probably still taking them off, but oh well. All right, so back into the park. We'll work our way across, pop out on the east side. Huge views of the city. It's beautiful. I feel like a lot of the shots today have been kind of into the sun, and it seemed really bright. And I remember they said this morning that it's supposed to be hazy today because of wildfires somewhere. It is kind of hazy to the south. So at this point, we are pretty much back up to the east side. This exit over here is at about 96th Street. Another playground. It's a nice one. Fifth Avenue is right down there. This is the trail in the park that kind of runs right along Fifth Avenue. It's a nice little walk along this trail. We're heading back to an entrance to the park that's about 90th Street. It's where all that construction we saw at the beginning begins. Outside of the park here, we're right along Fifth Avenue, coming up on the Guggenheim. I don't really have a master plan of where I'm going with all this, so once again, I have no idea what I'm going to do next, but I'm sure it'll be great. So now I'm heading home. I'm actually having a lot of fun doing these. It is kind of an adventure. At this point, I've filmed a lot more than I've edited though, so I need to go home and edit some stuff, I think. Almost home. See you next time.